Hey, salutations, it's STEM style. I was trying to get y'all to catch this little barge that was floating across, and I pray y'all be able to see it. But long story short, I'm supposed to be speaking on unreasonable women, and my intro was lit because I was like super excited and shit. So I'm not as excited when this phone keep, you know what I mean, falling. I laid up there and brought the tripod this morning, but I did shoot some content, and I laid up there and left the tripod where I shot the content in. So, you know, this is how we learn, man. This is why you need 3 or 4 tripods, 3 or 4 guns, 3 or 4 everything, 3 or 4 tools, 3 or 4 screwdrivers, 3 or 4 women, 3 or 4, you know, like that, 3 or 4 individuals around to make sure this thing keeps rolling and popping like it's supposed to. Anyway, average at best women are being unreasonable to valuable men. Now, when you say valuable men, listen, that just because somebody is making a lot of money don't make them valuable. You know, there's other things that hold value besides money. Knowledge and wisdom holds a lot of weight, and I understand it says that if a poor man says how to deliver the city, he won't be recognized for it because he's poor. But nevertheless, his wisdom still is value at that time that is needed. You know what I mean? Don't say that part. I'm saying, so the more in depth that you know scripture, the more in depth that you may know the Quran, the more in depth you may know the books which are morally pure and morally good, the more you'll be able to unify the whole consciousness of the world with Christ consciousness. Universal good things, you know what I mean? There are universal laws. I don't have this on the paper. I did not mean to talk about this. I don't know why I'm talking about this. But there are universal laws, and you know, we want to be able to get as close to that stuff and adhere to as much of it as we can. Hallelujah. Let me get back into I got these little pages that I gotta read. So, as I said, average at best women are being unreasonable, man, to valuable men, you know. And so a lot of times they may see you and they may think of you just as the person that, you know, they see you as, or the clothes that they see you in. But the man that you are is displayed when you're not even in conversation and stuff with them, or when they not looking at you, when you're not trying to talk to them. You making the man that you are when you're going to the gym, when you're going to work it out at your crib, when you're going to learn the information that you need to learn, when you're going to study the information that you need to study, when you're going to see God, when you're going to do all the things that's positive to get you, your mind and your body, you know, and spirit to that certain plane, or to lift yourself up higher. I am blue collar, transferring to some of the white collar stuff, and that would be the credit and people helping people with credit restoration or funding and things like that. So I've been learning, I've been studying today. You know, I'm actually supposed to do a credit video, but you know, you're gonna do and fall into the things that you are most comfortable with first. So I didn't take no credit notes, but I did take some notes as far as something I wanted to say about these lovely ladies. So as you see things, I own my own, my car, my crib, but most women that I've dealt with don't. You know, a lot of the females that I deal with, they don't. They haven't owned their crib, even if they rent it. And like, you know, one of my buddies stay downtown, but she don't own the condo as it is. And so, like, a lot of times I just see that most of my guys and stuff, they actually do. And women and stuff that, you know, we bring it to the phone. Don't get me wrong, some do. Or they may own something, or they may have some kind of tangible. Women that's in my mentorship and stuff like that, they do. I just called a lady today. Shout out to Ms. Ricky. You know what I mean? Shout out to her, man, because I need her help initially coming into this credit space and this credit game. So, you know, man, there are some women that, you know, do have valuable things and stuff that they're able to help you with in them areas and stuff. So You know, you can't discredit women. Women are, you know, supremely valuable in their own right. But I'm just look and diagnose what people have, you know, before they get to interrupt your scene or your what you got going on with their whatever they have going on. You see what I'm saying? So it must be value for value match, value add, you know. But we ain't subtracting, you know. So listen. Sister Danica spoke, but the lady was talking. Wait, excuse me. Sister Danica spoke, but the lady was talking about a woman that was she was waiting for a guy, and I guess the situation happened that she didn't want to wait for the dude like 35 minutes because he was coming from somewhere, she was coming from somewhere. And she was just trying to get in contact with him and let him know, like, hey, I'm still willing to come, but, I'm just making sure you coming. So he texted back and let her know, like, hey, you can call me right now. You know what I mean? I'm not playing no games and nothing, ain't no catfish. But it says that the restaurant may be about a 35-minute wait. You know what I mean? So we may have to just go walk around for a bit, and do some other things until our table is ready. That's what he was trying to tell me. And man, do you know this lady got upset because of the 35-minute wait? And, she ended up reneging on the guy, telling him, hey man, I don't, listen, I'm headed back home. I didn't expect to have to wait for anything. I wasn't in the expectation to have to do anything but come down, get my, sit in my chair and, pull up and eat. She may not have said it like that, but in essence, this was the thought, And I'm just like, man, how ungrateful do you have to be? Here it is, the man actually did make, not if he didn't make reservations, he bringing you to a restaurant that he's been to before. And, typically, like when my restaurant knows me, I don't have to wait. I can just come in and sit down. But not knowing it's a Friday night, it was a little crowded. They had to wait a little bit. So he said, man, let's go walk. Let's go walk on the river walk. Let's go walk around. There's a mall nearby. We can just go walk in the mall until our table is ready. The lady didn't want to wait. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want to wait. She wanted, right then service as she was pulling up. And then I'm watching the video. She admitted that she might be hangry. She might be hangry, if y'all don't know, is hungry and angry at the same time. So she said she might be angry, which resulted in the reason why she pretty much dismissed herself or didn't come to the location. And then she was talking about going to Whole Foods or something, get something ready to make. Listen, it just, I was in awe because I'm like, man, sometimes that might have been her husband. You don't know if that was your future husband. But I'm getting ahead. Right? So, listen. Well, some of the stuff I got on here is where I was like, man, I was going in when I said that. So, she left and said that she needed a minute to calm down, And the thing was that the lady wasn't even really bad, man. She was chubby, bro. She was bad. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm saying nothing wrong with, you having that thick, but as I wrote on the paper, baby, listen, man. Baby girl, that is not the way to handle a man if he's trying to take you out. First of all, it's not like she was paying. The way that she was talking, she wasn't paying. And any woman that is willing to pay is willing to stay. So, sometimes we do ourselves a disservice by not checking her at the door, and not testing the amount in which she's willing to do, or not trying to see how much she really, potentially likes you, Shake her legs, you know what I'm saying? Shake her legs, man. With the water taxi, I don't know if y'all saw that. Mandela, that's Mandela, that's Nelson Mandela's wife, right? That's what this one shows. So, just in essence, man, because she had to wait, she skate. Listen, if she skate because she don't want to wait, all right, she wasn't a bitch that meant to get the plate. You see what I'm saying? If she skate because you late, don't feed, then she don't get no plate. It's that simple. You as a man always have some on standby, man. I want y'all to always, if you invite, you should never be inviting one broad to a date. I feel that you should be inviting 3 or 4, because 1 or 2 gonna say no. Like, if you don't know them already, if you just going off a female you just met, she might not even, answer the phone. You know what I mean? And so, it's so many things to say, but I'm trying my best to realm this in under the guidelines and the pretense of what has happened right here. But I still gotta pour game into you all about the future of things that might be, because all situations are different, and and you supposed to implement different tactics according to according to the situation. Just like with this credit thing, I can't go, getting their certain implementation of the way that you go get, multiple loans and stuff. I'm learning that I got 2 laptops. I got 2 laptops and the big thing. You telling me that I can go to Navy Fed and Bahama Mama Credit Union and what's the other 2? A Hawaiian Credit, and then the Omaha that DTD done put me on, and I'm supposed to push the brand. Wait a minute. One time in order to get a loan for all 4, because it's not. Listen, that's credit sauce we're gonna give y'all later, but I'm just saying, like, listen. If she skate, if she didn't wait, forgot what I was tying that into, but the point is, if she can't stay, man, then she don't get to play. If you lay up there and look at this thick neck, double neck bitch, look like she's sweat trying to go to the restroom. That's what's up. Lord have mercy. I was trying to do that. If he can't carry you, if something's so wrong, is you too big? If he can't carry you, if something go wrong, you too big. And so, yeah, that's true. I wrote that if he can't carry, if something go down right now, and the buildings is falling, and a rock hit you in your head, you know what I'm saying? Baby, can I carry you? Now, I don't expect you to be able to potentially carry the man. I understand that you might, but can I carry you? You see what I'm saying? See, I can move stuff. The man can be able to move big stuff around, big boulders and stuff like that, chongos and shit, and lift it up off you. But can I chongo you up, bitch, and put you on my back and carry you to where I need to take you to? Can I get you to the ambulance, bitch? How many people I need to get you up on this ambulance? These are real. I'm joking, but I'm serious. You see, the lady that sat down right there, I could carry her. Like, I need y'all. If you can't fit on my back, then if I can't pick you up and throw you over my shoulder and rush you to safety or run with you, and hey man, I'm saying, I need to be able to do like them potato sacks and shit. You feel me? Like, and like, hey man, you might have to carry her and your son. I think about stuff like that. So, I gotta put in more work as well. But dang man, like, how the big backs, treat the guys like they ain't who they is, It's true. Let me see. Say you end up company first. How dare big man? If bad bitches is getting ignored, and you got the audacity to lay up there and dismiss a date, Miss Piggy, you know what I'm saying? Said she was hungry and hangry. And I was looking at, I'm gonna be honest, she was probably like, like 215, I think 215, 230, probably. and you can tell. I can tell when I look at you if your fingers are fat. You know what I'm saying, or the collarbone and stuff like that. Like if you ain't, you know what I mean. If you got a big back or not, because I've seen, you know how women try to do the facial portrait that be kind of close but from afar and just capture like this part and their face, but I can see in your facial features, you know what I mean, if you a porker, you know what I mean, like a lot of times I can. So um he tried to tell her he would drive to her 45 minutes because after she dismissed herself, you know, sometimes the guys, you still be wanting to crack, so you willing to, you know what I'm saying, you know that you probably can if you had been, if she seen you and you could be in her presence. I've been in those shoes too, like, well, man, you know, you ain't got no other options, so you try your best to make sure that that option works out for the night, you know. And so this is what I believe Buddy was trying to do. He said, I'll drive 45 minutes to you, baby. You know what I'm saying? Is it anything around you that you will want to go do? You know, you will want to go eat, excuse me. Because, you know, Miss Piggy wanted to eat. And so that's what it was. And then she said that she was trying to, he may have brought it up again, like, you know, and it wouldn't have been that long. As a matter of fact, he texted her saying that, hey, our tables would have been ready if you got to, you know, they was ready. The table, they had texted him and told him the table was ready. And he told her, like, see, you know, all while we having this conversation, if you was just patient, all the time we texting back and forth, and now you on the road, we still trying to see each other, and you just had to make up your mind, you just could have came on and waited and walked on the river walk. Not the river walk, but the mall that they was talking about. Now, let me say, this bitch needed the exercise. She did. How you fat and you turning down the walk? Hell no. No. Nay, nay, I say. Shout out to my boy that do the comedy, nay, nay, I say. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, how you turning down walks as a fat bitch and meals? He finna walk you and feed you. What more perfect a nigga than that? Gonna walk you and feed you, baby? That's the bestest thing that you could have had. He walked and feed her. That's perfect. That's the perfect date. Girl, my feet, girl, you know what I'm saying? He's like, girl, he walked me around and we saw the green, dirty, he walked me around. And girl, we just talked and we enjoyed ourselves, and then we went and our table was ready, and girl, I got to get off my feet. See, the fact that she walked around a little bit, it would have made her appreciate the meal just a little bit more. But then you would have known something about the guy a little bit. You might have, you know, you would have, now you can look in his eyes. Y'all don't have to talk as much. I don't want you talking while I'm eating my food anyway. Shut up, because a spittle comes out your mouth when you talk. So I don't want you talking, you know what I mean? And you flickering these little bits of juice and crab juice and lamb and salmon or whatever you eat. These are vegetarian meals, so you know what I'm saying? That cabbage coming out your mouth, like, come on now. So, you know, if they had walked around, they would have got the opportunity to talk to each other, you know, a little bit. Oh, so your mom's a nurse too? Oh, that's crazy, man. How long does? Oh, she works downtown. She still does. Whoa, wow, man. Oh, my mom was at Larabita for a season. Actually, she was teaching down there as well. Man, that's crazy. Wait till I tell my mom. I mean, you get these kinds of emergence of convenient talk and bonding when you have these conversations. But if you're not patient enough to have them, you know, and even as a female, I feel like the man is supposed to be the one that's more impatient than a female, because all my time is money, and and I can buy a bitch that looks better than you for the money that I make and the money that I have. And this is just the truth. Women that look way better than you cost about $500 to $2,500, and I mean bad. Like, they're really nice escorts and stuff that men can choose to go out with, and they'll be giving up and doing everything that the lady will or won't do. Like, they doing everything. And so, he's trying to build something lasting with this lady, and she is showing him that she really all about that mighty dollar by not waiting and being patient enough to have an interaction with this guy. So that's what it pretty much shows. It shows that, damn, bro, you just should have bought a bitch better than her. And see, there are different levels of horrorism, and so some of the girls, you may just call, and they might want, they don't say want per se, they want you to be a gentleman about everything, but they might want to go on the riverwalk, they might want to go on a boat, you know what I'm saying? So the amount of money that you end up spending versus time, like, this is why really, really rich men, they'll just pay you $20,000 for, a day or something like that, or 2 days. And then if I'm a billionaire, it's, let's see, how many times can I pay a woman, say, how much they going for, 5,000-10,000? How many times can I pay beautiful women 5,000 or 10,000 just to go ahead and get this out of the way? Listen, ma'am, I don't have that much time, but I have lots and lots of money. And listen, everybody got a price. Whether she say she do or she don't, everybody got a price, bro. Understand that. Everybody got a price, especially people in poverty, And this is just the raw reality. Okay, 80%, you know what I mean? Yeah, but, the 20% that's not going. Yeah, but the 80 other percent are. So is it easier for me to bump into, the first 8? Where's this 2 supposed to be, and where do I find them? Probably find them in church and shielded by their mothers and fathers and parents until they are let off into the arena where they're supposed to be, which is marriage, and they have a man over that woman that cared enough to make sure she's getting married or vested into a proper relationship or a proper marriage. How it's supposed to work. So, blessed be the name of the Lord. Yep. But anyway, where was I? I'm sorry, I was supposed to be breaking down these. So anyway, let's see. We got talking about the 45-minute thing. She wanted to go to the store. Let's go to the store. Yeah, okay, go ahead, man. Y'all men, y'all gotta understand, man. Hey, I know he probably already categorized her, but stop trying to crack her after that. Like, stop trying to crack on bitches, man, that, ain't putting your pimping first. You know what I'm saying? If she's not putting you to the forefront where you need to, and you are supposed to be as a man, a man first, man before anything. If she's not trying to respect your manhood, then you are going to have problems in the future anyway. Understand that. So, hey man, men, any impatient bitch, she gonna be a problem later. I just said that. You must be done with girls that show you signs of disrespect. Right? A fat bitch that won't work is a bloody red flag. A fat bitch that don't want to wait is a bloody whoa. Listen, man, I be writing scribble scrabble. I do. I be scribble scrabbling because these points be coming fast while I'm listening to my segments. So, a fat bitch that don't want to walk is a red flag, man. All right. If she fat and you tell her, hey, baby, listen, you know what I mean? We gonna go get something to eat, but first, I want me and you to go to Planet Fitness, or I want us to go to leg up Legos, wherever. Listen, I want us to go walk on the river walk. You know what I mean? Any volume of exercise needs to be looked at with admonishment. And if she don't especially if she's overweight and she ain't looking at something that you telling her to do that's healthy with um, a lightening eyes, you know, in which they may not, but they need to be at least willing to do it, willing to go and do the exercise before they're going to eat, and that's just real. And so, you know, you do with that what you make. I don't understand. I think that that's a positive thing for a man to desire to do, for him to desire to take his woman on a walk or something like that, or his friend on a walk, or his associate, or somebody that he wants to get to know. You understand? Listen, as I said in that other segment, the billionaire took her on a coffee date. So sometimes, y'all make sure you watching these little movies and stuff like that and extract the good out of it. The billionaire took the lady on a coffee date, y'all. And so, hey man, guess what? Before that Jamba Juice that we going to get, before that Starbucks, we going to go walk it off first. She might laugh and chuckle it off, but the ones that are willing to walk with you are the ones that you take seriously. The ones that's willing to walk and talk and, you know, put in the effort, the necessary effort. Man, how is she the prize and you paying for the food? Okay, you know, let's make it make some sense. For real. If you lay up there and meet a fat chick and she don't want to walk it out, she ain't the one. It's a bloody red flag. No food. No food. Alright? I want to see y'all when you hangry. I want to see how you act when you hangry. Listen, no food, you know. I want to see, do she get agitated? I want to see if she gonna, you know, cuss me out. I want to see if she gonna make her voice loud at you, or is she gonna continue in the modulations and not, you know, not get out of her body, man. Because her showing you what she like when she hangry, that's a good peer into what this lady will be like in a relationship. So remember that. That is a tactic for y'all. Don't say nothing, but don't feed the bitch and see how she act. Now you can have, you know what I'm saying? I don't care how much bread you got. Don't feed her ass and see how she act. See what she say. See if she get out her body. See, do she use the curse words? Those are all bloody red flags. Listen, man, y'all supposed to make y'all pay for that, but don't worry, y'all hard head. Y'all ain't gonna be studying anyway, and might have already, you know, some of y'all might be gone. But I'm going to synchronize these bullet points, man, and I'm gonna give y'all this game in another webinar or something too, because I got some other stuff that I wrote in my black book that I can't say on this young YouTube, but y'all need to know it. So don't fade it, man. That's a technique, bro. That is a heavy technique. Rewind that, play that back, man. Understand that I've done that before, but I wasn't supposed to give y'all that game. That was supposed to be in a webinar, but you know, it all kind of slipped out. She didn't think she was wrong. Then she went off. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all watch the boats for a minute. She didn't think she was wrong, y'all. She did not think she was wrong. And so she actually ended up going off on him. And he laughed at her and she got mad. Now, the reason he probably laughed, because he started understanding how crazy the stuff that she was saying actually was. And so, listen, women expose themselves for being users, and that's actually what she did. She exposed herself by not wanting to cooperate with his small requests. Those small requests, man, that's not a big request for somebody to ask you to come walk with them before y'all go get something to eat 35, 45 minutes. I don't care if it was an hour and 30 minutes. Because if we go sit in the show, it's going to be, you know what I'm saying, an hour, 2 hours. So, like, man, if she don't want to spend time with you, you know, you need to question that. And she think, like, what? Come on, man. A lot of times, the stuff that the women don't say is she probably had another date or something set up that would have been a little bit more convenient for her after she got the meal. She probably had a nigga, you know what I'm saying, that she was already dealing with that might want to slide through, that she hit him about 10:30 or 1 or 2. You see what I'm saying? So they always got their point of reference that they could feel that they might, this is the stuff that she ain't saying. all right, that I'm telling y'all. But let me step to the side and let y'all see the little boats and folks. All right, look. So listen, y'all taking these ladies out. You know, yeah, you know what I'm saying, y'all. What they say, taking bitches out to eat and spending money on these hoes. Stop doing that. Okay? Shout out to Kai. Stop doing that. Stop. Listen, exercise first. Alright? Exercise first. We taking bitches on a walk first, and we taking them on coffee dates. I know you might forget, but it's okay. When you remember what I say, stop doing that. Alright? Shout out to Ken, shout out to Kai. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Drewski there. They funny, bro. That shit was funny as hell. Alright, so listen. She said he was not being accountable, and he laughed. But ladies, you gotta understand. Sometimes men laugh not because it's funny, but because we don't want to say anything crazy to you, and the stuff that we say in our mind is so diabolical sometimes that it would really hurt your feelings, right? So we try not to, make you feel bad, and we just hold that stuff in, as do you sometimes. I know you want to do. You say you skinny little bit, mom. You such. Listen, that is a little bit energy. I don't know. Like, man, women can really go in as well as men can go in. But guess what? Who's paying for who's dinner? So it just, men, you got to get your stuff together. You know what I'm saying? Holler at me about the credit. Follow me on Credit Sauce too. Not Credit Sauce too, but Credit Dash Sauce. That's one of the Instagram names that I'm coming up under, because we gotta get this credit thing together, because credit is going to actually help you guys. Wait a minute. It's going to help you get into that next level that you need to be at, so that you can get the things and the people around that you need to get around. She said he wasn't being accountable, and she laughed and said impatient with the woman, hours waiting for you. Oh man, wait a minute. Now, listen. Now, she got impatient with him, but guess what? This is the same one. This is the same man that will lay up there and have to wait hours for you sometimes if you actually shopping, and he's shopping with you. See, men can go get the stuff that they want, but a lot of times if they paying for the stuff that the woman need or want, it could be hours that they going around with that woman shopping, and he have to be patient. If he's picking you up from work, how long have you ever had a woman not actually be finished with her duties the way she said she was gonna be finished, and then you actually had to wait for 35 or 45 minutes for her? And so a lot of times, you as men, we end up waiting for the bro. So why wouldn't y'all give the courtesy of waiting first? Sometimes if you this says if you picking up if you picking up dry clean or things like that, like, they ain't got nothing to do with it, but they supposed to have the patience to do those kinds of things as well. And if they want substance, be patient. If you want a patient man, you got to be patient yourself as a lady. And so, that's it, man. They got to be willing to shoot with you in the gym and get in the gym. So that's how it starts, man. And how it started is how it'll end. And how it started is how it's supposed to go, and how it's supposed to progress. So you always want to be looking for females that don't mind actually doing stuff like that with you. They can't be unreasonable, basically. And that's what she was being when she don't want to walk, when she just want to do the stuff that she want to do. I don't care if you got on stockings or whatever it is, or you got on your high heels or something like that, baby. Take them heels off. Let the man know, hey, I don't want to walk too far. but I don't mind, coming out and stuff like that. But just let the man know you gotta be willing as a lady to take that extra step, because a man, y'all gotta remember, he has to do a lot. Even in the thing, I don't know if I told y'all, the guy was letting her know, he let her know it was a hectic day. It's a really busy day. So, yeah. Sometimes they are just unreasonable. So, I'm going to go home and study some more of this credit sauce. I actually did write some stuff down that I was going to do as far as the credit talks today. But I end up talking to CEO Miss Ricky, and she ended up, giving me some sauce, trying to get to the next level or the next plateau as to what I should do, because she has been a learner, but she's a top earner now. And so with her earning, she just was giving me all kinds of jewels and stuff like that. And so, man, shout out to the queens that's doing their thing out here, attempting to, better themselves and stuff and have that bag. But, man, we got to do better relationship-wise, that's a word. We got to do better, as far as these relationships. And it starts with men knowing y'all value, understanding what you are and you are not supposed to accept, And so we're not avid fans of individuals who don't want to put forth the same effort that men have to put through naturally. Here it is, even with this man, brother, you got to make sure that you were willing to say that you wanted to go on the walk, because the fact that she was a little chubby means that maybe he might have been chubby as well. I didn't get to look at the guy, but we just going to give, let's say, the benefit of the doubt that they were around the same size or same matched health wise. So if that be the case, then he was a chubby fella. And if he was a chubby fella, you need to be the first one asking your date that can you guys walk around and get acquainted. Can we just get some steps in? Hey, listen, for all my guys, for all my heavy guys, baby, let's go get some steps in. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if she's big, small, skinny, or tall, So that is a line for y'all, man. That's a divine line, and feel free, like DTD. Use it, you know what I mean? Use me, man. Come on, go ahead. Y'all feel more than wine. That is an awesome line for any guy. Hey, baby, I just want to go get some steps in. You know what I'm saying? Can we go get some steps in? Can we go get some steps in? Did you see? Hey, I'm a cut it right there. I love that line. Can we go get some steps in? That's divine. Can we go get some steps in, baby? Now listen, when y'all go get them steps in, you take on something like that. You take on the boat. You take her, and then y'all go step to somewhere where she didn't even know it was a surprise. Oh, you always gotta have something as the man. You always gotta have something up your sleeve that the female is gonna like. That she gonna be like, oh my goodness, you boy. Listen, it's a man and a woman right here. They paddle boat, and I don't know if you saw them come past, but she in the front, he in the back. You could be walking her to a paddle boat. That's some other exercise that y'all could be doing together. Paddle boat. Anything that's physical, you want to be able to ask her to do before you just ask her to eat. And if she not really vested, you should be asking her to eat. I told y'all, you taking them on coffee dates or what's not water? I'm saying Jamba Juice. Say I don't do coffee, I do tea. So that's what I'll be getting. You know what I mean? They got a lot of tea places and stuff like that. You go get a muffin. You know what I mean? we getting something light. We not spending no bunch of money on a broad that we're not vested in, that we don't know that she gonna be vested in us. All that meal free shit is over. And I'm gonna do a bunch of videos on it, like my boy BOA said. So that's what it is, y'all. Step style on the Riverwalk. Too clean not to be seen. We got the love couple. Can y'all see them kissing? They right here. Kissing. Let y'all see. Let them fall in love. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love, man. I do. I really do. I wish that, you know, me and every woman that I was with, I wish we could have worked out. Wish it could have went for the better. But, you know, it is what it is sometimes. Look at the seagull. Did y'all see the seagull over there watching it? That's so cute. Yeah, man. It get greater later, y'all. Stay focused. Stay tuned. Salutations.